Namaste, everybody. Welcome to Vasi Bliss. My name is Rum, and today I'm going to be teaching you a Kriya called Throat Breathing Kriya. This Kriya can be done every single day, is very light, very simple. It's got 4 steps to it. It's very powerful and very effective for the opening of the throat chakra, and also for, like with all Kriyas, bringing the energy up into the head. So I will not give you a full description because it's pretty self-explanatory for what we're doing. So I'll just explain the steps and then we'll go for a bit of a practice. So the first step of the Kriya is to keep your head up about 60 degrees if you can. Not fully up because it's kind of intense for the neck, but just enough up where you're getting a bit of a stretch in the neck. You're going to keep your mouth open and just breathe through the mouth. You can make it a little loud like an ujjayi. And with Kriyas, we usually only breathe through the nose because it conserves energy, but because we're trying to open and stimulate the throat chakra, we're going to be breathing through the mouth. The second step of the Kriya so much energy moving through me after just that little bit of breath. The second step of the Kriya is to do a throat lock, chin lock, Jalandhara Bandha. And this is done, you can kind of lean on your hands to help to like really engage. And you just want to bring your chin, I don't know if you can see, but down and lock the throat. You'll feel a nice stretch in the back as well of the neck. And that's really it. You just breathe here, and it'll be a bit of an ujjayi breath as well. The ujjayi helps to open up the throat and stimulate the vagus nerve and also bring the breath down into the navel center where we want to keep it, where there's a lot of relaxation and massaging of the organs that happens. So again, open mouth, breathing, eyes closed. Second step, chin lock, Jalandhara Bandha. And then the third step is we bring the head up. We come into Nasikagra Drishti, where we look at the tip of the nose. The mouth is open. And with your breath, you inhale through the nose. You can inhale and exhale through the nose, but the mouth stays open. And you are silently chanting the word A-M, So I like to time it with my breath, so I'll look at the nose, tip of the nose, inhale, and then in my head, but it's like an okay? And this silent inner chanting is actually a very advanced practice. It's not so easy to do because our mouth, our tongue, they want to move, they want to really get involved. And we just want to keep it in the mind. When it's just in the mind, when the tongue isn't moving, the tongue is actually supposed to be relaxed, but I breathe through my nose so it kind of stays up and blocks the mouth. And when the tongue is relaxed and the mind is chanting, that's said to be a very high state, a very advanced practice. So again, we're looking at the nose, mouth open, and chanting within you. The eyes might strain a little bit when you're looking at the nose, so just, take a break if you need to and relax. Keep the chanting going, but just look somewhere to relax the eyes, and then you can come back to the nose. This will also strengthen your eyes and help the muscles of the eyes to get stronger. So that's the third step. And the fourth step is one of my favorite mudras, Shanmukhi Mudra. So we're going to be closing all of the doors of the face, thumbs on the door of the ears. So there's like little flaps you can just press closed. The pointer fingers are on the forehead, middle finger on the eyes, ring finger on the nose, and pinky on the lips. And you push the ears closed, I like to keep the left nostril open just for relaxation, for the Ida nadi. And you keep the right nostril closed, just so most of the doors where prana can escape are closed. And we do a bit of brahmari, where we hum like a humming bee. Just like that. And then when you take away your hands after you do that for a little while, you'll feel the heat, the prana escaping from the ears, a little bit from the eyes. And I just love that feeling because it kind of reminds me, it gives me a real experience of the prana. And sometimes our human minds need a bit of proof to believe in the unseen. All right, so those are the 4 steps. Let's just do about a minute of each together, and you can always pause and do the full 5 minutes for each part of the practice, or you can practice this on your own time. Again, this one can be done every single day. It's actually very good to do every day. Keeps the energy moving and the throat open. All right, so roll your shoulders back, ground down into the space. And let's go for the first step. So head up 60 degrees, keep your eyes closed, and just breathe with an open mouth. And stop. Bring your head back into its natural position. And we're going to go for Jalandhara Bandha, the chin lock. So, lock your chin. Really feel the space in the back of the neck open. Energy can flow freely. And we'll breathe here for 5 breaths. And stop. Head back to neutral, shoulders down. Just feel for a second. It's always good to pause and feel between the exercises, to witness, because that's our true purpose with all of these exercises, is to feel, become more aware, to be able to sit in meditation and allow the energies to do what they need to do. The body is intelligent. The energy is intelligent. We just need to get out of the way. Great. Now the third step. Nasikagra Dristi, looking at the tip of the nose. And open mouth, chanting within you. And stop. Close your eyes and feel. And let's come into Shanmukhi Mudra. So again, thumbs on the ears, pointers on the forehead, middle fingers on the eyes, ring on the nose, pinky on the lips. This is done traditionally without Brahmari, without the humming, but I tend to like it. I think it helps to get the energy up into the third eye, and also we're working on the throat, so stimulating the throat with sound is one of the best practices you can do. So let's go for Brahmari 5 times. And release Shanmukhi Mudra. Hands on the knees. Feel the heat, the prana, escaping through the senses, to the sense organs. That's the life force energy within us. That is your life force energy. The real deal. As always, it's really good to meditate after. It's really nice to do it in Sukhasana or lay down in Shavasana. For me, I feel very light, very joyful, with a lot of content. I don't know if there's a word, contentful, with a lot of contentment. And yeah, this is a beautiful practice to do every day. For me, with the mantras, it's good to go until the end of your breath when you're doing like a humming or an om chanting, just to sculpt the breath properly. For me, I'm a singer, so I can go for a while. So I cut it short because I don't want to be humming for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, maybe a minute, and you cut it off at 20. So just go into the end of your breath. This way you can really sculpt the breath and resonate the throat chamber. And yeah, if you have any questions, as always, please leave them in the comments. And thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.